All right, before we get this episode started, after you watch this, if you enjoy it, please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and my channel. A big thank you to you for that. Now, here's this week's episode. Hi everybody, it is Monday, October 17th at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and on my way up to central Wisconsin, my brother-in-law's acreage, to get my ground blind set up for bow hunting. Yeah, you did hear the day right, October 17th. A bow season's been open for 4 weeks. And invariably, every season, as much as I make the commitment to get out there in October and late September, I always seem to have something going on. No different this year. We just finished attending a relative's wedding, and my brother-in-law and sister-in-law had flown in from California, so they're staying with us. So I'm just getting on the road, because this weekend I have to head up by my place up in northern Wisconsin and get the docks out of the water and cover up the pontoon for winter. So it's a busy time. So we'll catch you guys up by my brother-in-law's 40 acres. All right, it's about 4:30 coming in. Colors are popping. Temperature is about 37 degrees here. Overcast, cloudy. Pretty windy. It'll be dark in about an hour and a half or so. So we're gonna leave the camera run, see if we see anything on the drive in by Craig. He's got his corn up over here yet. See if we see anything here on the edges of the field. As they say, whitetail are creatures of the edge. I don't see anything out here either. All right, we're here. Didn't see any sign of any deer coming in, turkey, no activity. So, time to get unloaded.
After getting gear and supplies unloaded into the trailer, I made myself a little supper, and now I'm just going to settle in and relax by a nice warm fire. My work will start tomorrow morning.
Hey guys, it's Tuesday morning here. We're heading out into the food plot. We're going to trim down some of the weeds, get my blind set up, pull trail cams, check some trail cam data for the last month or so. See what's been moving or not moving in the areas. It's cold, but at least the next couple of days it's not supposed to rain. Yeah, a little bit of a wind. High today is going to be in the mid 40s, so we'll see how this all plays out today. So like I mentioned before, late start again this year, so I got to get at it this morning and this afternoon and get her done. So catch you guys out there. Well, as I'm walking out, you can see I'm pulling a sled with the gear in to get started here today. And as I'm going out, I'm trying to observe any type of deer sign, but first thing I run across is this trail. You can still see it. It's kind of open here, being used and leading into our sanctuary swamp area. And as I see things, I'll get it documented on camera for you. Still walking out on the ATV trail, and I come across this. And as you can see right here, we got some hoof prints, and you can see this trail leading back all the way back in through there. And again, this just kind of stood out at me as I'm walking on the ATV trail, and again leading into the swamp sanctuary area. Well, we've got the two trails, but obviously this one is being utilized a lot more and I can see why. You got heavier cover that the deer are using in here to cross and get into our sanctuary area. And then again, this leads out towards farmers' fields, corn, whatever they're feeding on. There's a water source just to the right over here. So yeah, I can see them using this more. Again, as I run across these signs, we'll document them for you and show you what's going on our 40 acres here in central Wisconsin. Okay, just coming up here on the high ground, and I spot a fresh rub right here. This is our ATV trail, and here's the main crossways. This goes east towards my turkey blind and Steven's deer stand, and we got another stand out there. And this goes west towards the food plot. But right on the trail here, that's fresh. That's pretty fresh right there. We got a buck using that to rub on Mark. Like I said, it's right off the trail, literally right off the trail, and right at our crossroads. Alright, that's pretty cool to see though. That definitely is a fresh one. That hasn't happened too long ago. Within the last couple of days, for sure, I think. I'm almost ashamed to show you our neglected food plot. It is in pretty poor shape. When we had that windstorm and we had a tree come down on the food plot, and I was in there cutting it up, and I had trouble with my chainsaw and I couldn't finish it. And I was just hoping that somebody would come in and finish cutting up that tree, but it didn't happen. So we still got part of the tree down. But you can see here, I want to knock all this down in here. This has had buck rubs in the past, as you can see. I guess it is tough to pick up with this one, but there you can see them here and a little bit on there. And this area under here was used as a scrape. They were in the trees here in the past, but I'm not seeing necessarily any fresh breaks. That stuff's all older. Another one here. Whoops, another one right there and there. They don't look too fresh. This was my mock scrape that I had set up, and this was my licking branch here, and my mock scrape was in this area. So hopefully I get those reactivated, but I'm kind of ashamed to show you this mid-October, and this is our food plot. It doesn't exist this year. Yeah, this tree's got to get cut up yet and removed out of here. But the main thing now is to get the trimmer fired up, and I want to get all this knocked down in here, and at least up to this tree, maybe a little past. That stuff I think I'll leave go on the far end, because we get out to this area, we're talking from where my ground blind goes, which is back in here in that area, out to here we're talking about a 30-yard shot. I don't like to shoot 40 or 50. So, alright, let's check out the apple trees, see how they made out. Check this out. Looks good. Looks like the top of that one right there. You can see the top of that. Looks like that was broke off. But I mean, the tree is still in the ground. And this is chestnut crab apple, this one is. Okay, how's this one? This one looks like it's a little better shape than that one. And this one is a Honeycrisp apple tree that he planted here. So he had this pinched off so the deer hopefully aren't getting in on this. I should try to turn that in again there. So they look like they're doing okay. Well, there you have it. The non-existing food plot for 2022. I'm still gonna hunt it. If I get this cut down and I get those mock scrapes activated, hopefully we'll draw some deer back in here over the next week or so, and I'll be up here a couple of weeks in November before gun deer season. I plan to hunt Mondays through Fridays, leave the weekends to the guys coming up. So well, time to get to work. Well, offhand, I don't remember the time I started. I'll have to look back later at the video and then tell you how long I took. But it's 11:15 now, and as you can see here, the food plot is trimmed down. This is going to be my blind area here. So let's go inside the blind area before it's set up. Usually sit about here, so I'm probably trimmed down out to about 40. I wouldn't take a shot past that anyways. Like I said, now that actually gives me a good barrier, not to shoot past that point. That's got to be pushing 40 yards, and I open this up around here. The only thing I'm concerned with is right here, that limb net's down. It'd be nice to be able to turn the deer, if they're skirting the edge that they jumped at, that if I could put something there to avoid them from jumping that they would have to turn into here, and that would give me like a 20-yard shot. We'll see. I'm happy we got this done in a relatively short period of time. Like I said though, I didn't notice any trails. I'm going to take a walk now real quick because I'm done here. I want to pull the trail cam cards and then head back and get those downloaded and get a bite to eat. But I'm going to take a walk out here and look for some trails coming into this area right now. So you can see how the ground kind of comes up here. This drops down. This is probably the central portion, the north end central portion of our sanctuary swamp area. So I'm looking to see if there's any trails coming out of here. But I don't see any well-used or well-defined trails. But there was really nothing this year on the food plot to bring them in, unless they just came in from past years. I'm also looking to see if I can find any bedding sites where the grass is compressed in a large area where you might have had a couple of does or a big buck laying. But not seeing anything here. Just out of that area on the high ground, I'm going to walk my way around looking for trails. Got a lot of deadfall down from high winds. This is that pine area I talk about where the deer use during inclement weather, high winds, kind of like today, or snow or heavy rains. The tight pine growth in there provides good cover for them to get in there and get out of the elements. In fact, we've got a stand set right on the edge of it. Yeah, see, he's right here, a single seat ladder stand. Right there. The sad part is I'm not seeing a lot of well-used trails. Wow. That just came down and missed this stand. So, central Wisconsin, mid-October, a very late start for me with bow season, but hey, we deal with it. All right, I'm gonna keep looking. Okay, so we got a trail cam here. Got to be Kevin's. I'm assuming that's Kevin's trail cam, but he sets up on a trail. Oh yeah, I can see it here. I can see a trail going right up there. And in fact, here I can see, wonder if this was a deer or turkey right in here. Again, it's old sign, but the trail goes right up here. So this trail comes through here. Oh, it's right through here. I can kind of see it. The leaves are down kind of covering it. And it kind of heads, let's just kind of follow this. I don't want to walk on the trail itself. Here's some more scratchings. turkey. That's definitely turkey. I can see the lines in there. So that's turkey scratchings on both sides. The fact that they're numerous in here, you can see them here. There's some in here, there's some here. It tells me it's turkey and not deer. They come through in mass and just work their way through digging. But anyways, that trail, that's cool to know. But yeah, here's the trail. Right through here, I can see it. You got fresh leaves on top of it. More turkey scratchings in here. There's a lot of turkey activity here. And this comes out, yeah, yep. This is the area, a lot of times, that they come out of in this direction and walk onto the food plot. There's the food plot. So, okay, that's cool. Okay, I'm going to head out this way now. We found that trail and a lot of turkey activity there, which is good. And I'm going to head out towards the ATV trail in this direction, see if I can find another trail coming in from out here, from the north. And then when I hit the ATV trail, I'm going to bounce back to the food plot. And again, looking for trail activity. And when you're right on top of it, it's hard to notice that it's a trail. But as I'm looking down, you can actually see a light depression. I'll give you an example here. I'm coming across this way, and you can't see anything, but I happen to look down this way, and if you look down this way, I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up on camera as good as I can see it, but I'll trace it. Maybe you can. With my finger, the trail, going to the food plot right here. So we got one coming in from the northwest. This one is more directly north. As I'm following the trail here, I'm walking just off the trail, but here's the trail. Where does it come out? Right by the apple trees. Right here is the one apple tree, and the other one's right here. So I'm happy with that. A little disappointed I didn't see any trails coming out of the sanctuary area here. So if I get some mock scrapes going here today, and get some doe pea in the area, and some dominant buck urine down, maybe we'll get some activity in here. Here we're going to get a bite to eat. We'll get the trail cams, download the cards, see what's what with that, and we'll be back out here this afternoon to get the blind set up. So stick with us. Like I said, we see any more turkey or deer activity, we'll get it documented for you. So hey, thanks for following us. I'm heading back for lunch. See you guys after lunch. All right, it's 4 o'clock. It took me 2 hours to get the blind set up and all camoed in. The longest time that it took me was to get these limbs and that put in here to break up the outline. Popping it up and putting the camo netting on was pretty easy. Wasn't too bad. But she's all camoed in. Like I said, it took me about 2 hours. So I just got to load the gear in here that I've got. And of course, the one thing I did forget, this is the frame that goes on the bottom. And I got the support pole in there for the center section. I took it out of the garage attic and I dropped it on the trailer along with the other stuff, and I picked up everything else, but that support rod is still sitting in the trailer at home. So we got to get that support put in. Other than that, she's all camoed in. There it is. The 2022 blind here, overlooking the sad food plot that doesn't exist. We're done prepping our mock scrape areas and licking branches, so I'm going to get out. I'm not going to advertise it. I've talked about it before. It's a triple scent, 3 female deer in heat, and it's like a roll-on stick deodorant, so it's not messy and drippy. And what I like to do, because we have all these stumps yet in the food plot, the smaller ones, and this tactic has worked in the past, I get this scent down on all of the little stumps in the area. I'll show you the stump right here. So we're going to put this on. It's like a roll-on deodorant. There it is. I just took the cover off of it, and you can see it's like a gel. And all I do is I get that on some of the stumps in the area. I put it on good. And again, it's 3 female deer in heat. So we get that on a couple of stumps close to our licking branches and moss scrapes. We've got our triple heat roll-on doe pea set on the ground in a couple of spots. So next we're going to get the buck urine, the dominant buck urine out, and then I've got some regular doe pea too that I'm going to put in the scrape area also. There'll be a dominant buck, and if we get a visiting buck, he's going to find out there's a dominant buck and a doe interested. Okay, again, I'm not endorsing any specific product as far as the scents go. These kind of work for me, and the dominant buck urine, I always like to get tarsal gland scent in there also. So I did find a product, and like I said, I'm not going to push it, but it's a Mega Tarsal Plus. So it has the tarsal gland scent mixed in with a dominant buck urine. Small 1 ounce bottle runs about $7. They're expensive. So we're going to dip this in the wicks, and we're going to pour some of it on the smock scrape areas, and then I'm going to go back there with that. It's actually a synthetic doe urine that I'm going to put in also on the scrape areas. And like I said, if we do get a buck checking it out with this scent, not only is he going to find out you got another buck in the area, but there was a doe in there and she's interested. So now we're going to pour some of this in. This is the megatarsal gland scent along with the buck pea. And again, I know it's expensive, but rather than a few drops, when a buck urinates, he goes. So we're going to put in a little heavy. I end up spending a lot of money on this. The scent goes in the ground, but it's as natural to the deer as can be. Not just a little drip. That's up there more to get the scent in the air than anything else. I give a little bit of a saturated ground here. All right, we're going to go over to the other one. Alright, next, like I said, I had that synthetic doe urine. That's going to go in the mock scrape areas also. You see does in on licking branches and mock scrapes also, and they pee there too and mark. So like I said, if that buck does happen to catch scent and come in here and find out like, huh, we got a new stud in the area, and then he's going to smell the doe pee in there also, could get him to start checking this regularly, looking for that buck to chase off from his does. So again, this is a synthetic blend, estrus gold, doe in heat in estrus, and we're going to pour some of this in here also. right? But all I got to do now is activate the cameras and we're all set. We've got a camera on each mock scrape area. There we are. Hi everybody. It's Friday, October 21st, and we're out here on the 40 acres in central Wisconsin, our hunting property area. And you might say, hey, you were just there a couple of days ago, and I was. When I brought all my equipment out, I set up my ground blind and I forgot the center support pole here that holds up the center of the pop-up ground blind. Plus, I do want to check the mock scrapes. I'm curious to see if we had any activity on the 2 mock scrapes that I set. So, heading out there now. We'll see you out in the food plot. All right, let's go check the scrapes. Let's check this one first. Oh yeah. Oh yes. But I see some hoof prints like right here. I don't want to get into it too much. Another one there. You can see they were digging in. Now were they on the licking branch at all? Not sure if they did anything to this. The wick is still hanging. So we got the scent in the air. Alright, we got some activity on this one. That's cool. Let's go check the other one here. Let's see on this one if we got any activity in here. Boy, this branch seems down low. I suppose it was this low last time too, but let's check in here. Have they been on this one at all? No. I don't see anything on this one. Well, what do we got over here? No. I don't see any activity, scrape activity at this one. And I don't see any kind of licking branch, fresh breaks or anything. Of course, I didn't see them on the other side either. So, I don't know, maybe. What do we got right here? There it is. I don't know. Right there, maybe? These look fresh. Right at the edge there. That looks like a fresh break, so maybe they were in here on the branch. Very, very excited for the activity that I've seen here in only 3 days since I activated this stuff. So that's a good sign. I will stay out of here for a week and a half roughly, and we'll be back for our bow hunt. So hey, thanks for coming along. Hey, we'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Now be sure to join us on our next video as I do a trail cam data review to try to identify a list of target bucks for our harvest this season.
Feel free to comment below, or if you don't want to comment in the public eye, we can also be reached at rapantoutdoors360@gmail.com. Now, if you know somebody you think might enjoy this video series, please feel free to go ahead and share this video or this link with your friend. And as always, whether you fish or hunt, remember, practice CCR. Catch, conserve, replenish. Make sure that that resource is available for future generations. See you next time, guys.